Hello and a very warm welcome to ET Studios Tech 360 in association with ETCIO. I'm Himanshi Tiwari and today on this very special episode we have with us Kapil Makhija, Vice President Technology Cloud at Oracle. So it's a pleasure to have you here on the show.
Thank you very much, Himanshi. It's an honor and privilege to be part of this viewership. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Now in this episode we're going to talk about the three buzzing terms: AI integration, cloud computing and data management. To start with, Kapil, you've been a prolific leader in this industry. So can you please share some insights on how cloud computing has transformed organizations, particularly in terms with data management and AI integration?
Thanks, Himanshi. I think the important part which you mentioned, the cloud transformation and the organizations, what they are facing in the recent past. Cloud has been there since years now, more than a decade. In fact, people have been monitoring it since last 15 odd years. There were times when customers were actually reluctant to move to cloud, and it has really transformed the organization altogether now. Customers were actually moving their non-critical environments on cloud over a period of time, which has changed significantly. Now customers are talking about moving their business critical environments on cloud. They are moving their mission critical environments on cloud. They have their crown jewel, which they have built over a period of time. That's what they're talking to us and moving towards cloud. And in fact, they have gone to a next stage where they've been saying that we want to exit data centers and we want to give it to companies like us who can actually manage it well. We have been managing it for companies in country, globally, in a massive way. So they want to just follow all that best practices while they adopt cloud, data and AI technologies. That's the trend we are seeing across the globe and India as well.
All right, so good to know and such great thought you have just shared for the first question, Kapil. Now, I really want to know about the challenges that organizations face while kind of implementing cloud or AI-led transformations.
I think you brought a very good point. As I said, that cloud has been there since last 15 odd years, but still only maybe 20% odd workloads have moved to cloud. Still, there is an 80% of majority of workloads sitting on premise. It's not that customers don't want to move these to cloud, but I think they are not getting that confidence to move all of this to cloud. And I think onus is on us, onus is on industry to sort of instill that confidence in our customers so that they can make this transition. We at Oracle are actually trying to do our bit in this to instill that confidence in our customers, and that's where we have got great success in recent past. We have seen companies who actually have moved lock, stock, barrel on cloud now, which initially were reluctant to move even smaller workloads. That's the change we have seen. So there are a few factors which are really important for any organization, and they're really, really concerned about it. One, obviously, they feel that whether they'll get the right performance once they are moving these mission critical environments on cloud or not. Second part is the security. So security is of utmost concern because they feel that they have little control in that environment, which is not there within their premises, within their firewall, within their control. That's the second part of it. And third is the cost. They sometimes feel that this goes beyond their control. So they are looking for a very transparent pricing when they actually adopt cloud and be on that journey forever. So that's 2-3 areas which are of challenge, which customers are currently struggling with. And we at Oracle are trying to bid to sort of mitigate all of these challenges.
All right. Can you please explain how you're mitigating these challenges? I mean, how can organizations overcome these kind of hurdles?
Thanks, Himanshi. In fact, we launched our cloud services in India almost 5 years back. So 2019 is the time when we launched our first data centers. Now, as we talk, we have 2 data centers. One is in Mumbai, other is in Hyderabad. Both are in 2 separate seismic zones. Both are certified by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. And it has all the required certification and the regulatory requirement to meet so that all our public sector customers, our public sector banks, all these regulated industry can use it. Now, since we moved late in this industry, we got the late mover advantage. And that's the reason actually we architected our cloud in a very different way. There's a lot of feedback which we got from our customers globally. The challenges they have been facing in last 10 years, they have not been able to move to workloads to cloud. And what's the reason behind it? And they cited few reasons. And we architected our cloud to ensure that we are taking care of those issues and addressing that and providing this solution. So just to share it with you, in fact, the way we have architected the cloud is a very high performant cloud. we have built it on layer 2 architecture. We have taken away virtualization away from the infrastructure layer so that our customers can get best of the performance.
Okay.
We provide best of the breed security. It's a shared responsibility metrics for security. We at Oracle take much greater responsibility in these shared responsibility metrics. We ensure complete core to edge security to our customers. So that's what we have enabled. So today, if I talk about the performance, Oracle Cloud is the only cloud which provide service level agreements, not just on the availability of the service, but also on the performance. That's really important for any application, any medical applications to move to cloud.
All right.
So that's a sea change which you have seen with Oracle Cloud. So some of these challenges we mitigated over a period of time, and customers seeing great value in it.
All right, and that's because I guess the late movers advantage that you were telling, right?
Yeah, and we're calling it Generation 2 Cloud. Generation 1
generation.
is passed by, and this is Generation 2
Like,
Cloud.
do we have a fancy name, Generation 2.0 Cloud?
Yeah, this is actually 2.0. So
Oh, yeah.
Generation 2, 2.0 Cloud.
All right. I also want to talk to you about AI. So, when organizations are leveraging AI, what should they keep in mind? Like, how should they use AI for enhancing the whole decision-making process across departments?
I think that's a good point which you raised, Himanshi. And AI is a big buzzword. Like cloud was a big
Yeah.
buzzword almost like 10 years back.
Yeah.
Today, AI is a big buzzword, and you'll not see any newspaper not talking about AI on
Yeah,
a daily
yeah,
basis.
correct.
So I think every organization is trying to build their roadmap around AI, and we have been working on AI since last almost 7-8 years. And in fact, what we have done at Oracle, we have included AI in each and every product and service what we provide to our customers.
Okay.
We have a lot of industry applications. It cut across healthcare, cut across hospitality, telcos, banking and financing. We also have line of business application into sales, service, marketing, finance, HR. So all of these application which we provide to our customers, we have got AI enabled built into this so that our customers need not worry about getting those AI capabilities. Through this application, we provide AI services to our customer. We've actually gone few steps ahead on that. What we are doing, in fact, on our Oracle Cloud infrastructure, the technology cloud, what we provide, in that we provide AI services to our customers. Now, customers have flexibility. They can actually try and build their models themselves and run it on Oracle Cloud, or they can actually leverage our pre-built models and using AI services using that. So
right.
that's the way we are actually a lot of value to our customers using AI.
Yeah, you were right when you said that AI is a buzzword, and a lot of companies are using AI at this point in time. But we are also throwing in AI here and there without actually knowing like where to leverage it and how to kind of derive better results from it. So, in your opinion, like how can companies leverage AI to derive better outcomes from it? Like how should they know where to kind of leverage AI and where to not?
So I'll maybe share some examples with you where customers are leveraging it for better decision making. One of our customer down south, they are actually leveraging AI for their call center services. I remember the number of calls coming to the call center was 5,000 at some point of time, which started increasing significantly, and they were just adding call center agents in that call center, but which was not serving the purpose, and they were not getting the required outcome also of that. So now they have switched entirely on AI. And that AI platform actually does the sentiment analysis also when callers give a call, their customers give a call, if they're happy, satisfied, dissatisfied, delighted, all that sentiment analysis that customer can do using AI. So some of these significant workloads can add a lot of value to customers. There is another example wherein one of our customer who is actually a manufacturing company, and they are into CSR activities as well. They have given 500 odd drones for women empowerment, and they're into manufacturing of fertilizers. So they have actually a bottle of urea which they're attaching with the drone, and this is getting this sprayed in the fertilizers in the field, in fact. So AI is being used to analyze their data and then to get the best outcome from each spray. So that's another use case which we have been leveraging in the industry. So there are different use cases, and AI is definitely adding value to it. What change we are doing at Oracle is that many other companies are trying to say that you take your data to AI, there is going to be a lot of compute resources, GPUs available, you run that, and then we'll throw the results back. We at Oracle are trying to do something different. We are actually trying to bring AI where your data is.
Okay.
That's going to make a real impact, because if
Yeah.
you see there is a self-driving car, and if that car has to take a decision whether it has to go to left or right, that car cannot send that data to the system at the back end and wait for the response. The response has to be then and there itself.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why we're trying to bring AI directly at the source.
Yeah.
So
So we
that's
have
the
a
big
lot of
differentiation.
data, we have a lot of AI, and you are kind of marrying both of these terms to get better results out
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
Right. But I also want to know from you, what are the key factors should organizations look, while looking for cloud computing service providers, especially in the realm of AI integration and data management?
I think you highlighted a very good point. So, as I told you, that performance is one definitely very important criteria. If customers are looking for moving to cloud, that's the most important factor. Second is security, that's of utmost concern.
Yeah.
Third is definitely a cost factor, which is there. We have seen that cost has gone significantly up when customers have moved more application to cloud. So ideally, there shouldn't be any exponential growth as the number of application goes up on cloud. It has to, the growth tax has to be lower as customers move forward. So that's one change which is really important.
Okay.
It becomes quite unviable for companies to manage this cost if it's increasing significantly. That's where we have actually added a lot of value out here. So we are actually taking the cost element, the unpredictability part from it, away from it. Just to share it with you that we at Oracle offer 10 terabyte of egress cost, which is significant for any cloud, almost free every month. So there is no cost, no additional cost which is there. And the way we have architected our cloud, in fact, instead of fixed shape, we offer flexible shape. Whatever customer needs, whatever application needs, we only offer that. And there is a slider bar. Customer can decide how much resources customer need in terms of node, storage, other capabilities which are available. So that's the flexibility we provide, and customer pay only for that much what they use. So that's the big differentiation. Another important factor is that the effort of migration, which is very significant. That's actually making customers' life difficult when they're planning to move to cloud. That's where actually Oracle is making a lot of investment.
Okay.
We have a service called Oracle Cloud Lift Services, and our new customers can leverage these services at no additional cost. And they can move their workloads, they can use Oracle tools, technologies, best of the resources for performance migration, application architecture, hands-on migration, go-live support. We go even a step beyond this and train the customers' resources so that they can run the environment and applications without Oracle's involvement. And not only for just new customers, existing customers, if they want to move any new workload on cloud, they can leverage this. Another important part is data. Now, Oracle is a data company. We have been there in this business since last 5 decades now, 47 years to be precise. And we know the challenges and nuances of managing this data. In fact, just to share it with you, almost 50% of this planet's data resides on Oracle databases. So we know the requirement from a data center perspective, the reliability, availability, serviceability, and the security requirement for this. And the challenges what customers have been facing around data is significant. So we have built this cloud around this so that customer can get maximum out of the data and get best insights out of it.
All right. You've already spoken about flexibility, you've spoken about cost effectiveness, but you've been for so long in this industry, and Oracle has been the leader in this industry, as you were telling, for 5 decades. It has been in this space. So what, according to you, like how the cloud computing is evolving in future with respect to scalability? You've already spoken about flexibility and cost effectiveness, but what about scalability?
I think that's a good point. And one change we did when we launched our services, and as I mentioned that we now have 2 data centers out here in India and 60 plus globally, and we are adding 1 data center every month. That's the pace we are growing globally. Now, one change what we have done is that customer have all the flexibility today. You talked about scalability. Obviously, there is no limit to that scalability. I think our thought, it will get only limited by our thoughts. Otherwise, there is no limit. Customers can actually use our technologies on-premise, the way they have been running traditionally since years. They have flexibility to move to Oracle Cloud, the 2 data centers what we have in India. We actually go a step ahead wherein we bring this cloud in our customer data center. We call it cloud at customer, dedicated region cloud at customer. So it works within customers' premises. It works within the periphery of customers. So that customer can get best of the both world. The regulatory requirements are also being met, and customer can get the elasticity of cloud and the
Okay.
benefits of cloud. So that's another option which customer have today. So this hybrid cloud environment is available to a customer. We have not just stopped here. In fact, we have gone further ahead in a multi-cloud environment where customer have all the options available. That means if they want to use some of the other services using Oracle Cloud, that can be leveraged. Today they can move their VMware workloads on Oracle Cloud. They can actually move their ServiceNow workloads on Oracle Cloud. They want to run some of our services on AWS, which is one of the hyperscaler existing in country and globally. They can even do that. So MySQL HeatWave, which is the fastest query engine, the best in the globe today, that can run on AWS. We have even tied up with Microsoft and providing database cloud service at Azure within their data center, which is like co-location services. So there is actually no limit for our customer to explore all these services which they want to move to cloud. So that's the flexibility and scalability we provide.
All
on
right,
cloud.
really interesting steps you have taken towards that. But as we're wrapping up this conversation, how can organizations ensure that they are effectively using the vast amounts of data they are getting from this whole cloud computing? So, how can they kind of ensure that the data is being used right and all the data is being used?
I think that's also an important point because we have been there in this space since last 50 odd years, and we take regular feedback from our customers. Two, three challenges which customer mentioned quite frequently to us that one biggest challenge is data fragmentation. Fragmentation is that data resides in the data is in different formats. It's structured data and unstructured data. It's in different storage platforms. It sometimes stays in storage area network attached storage. It's sometimes there in databases, file storage, object storage, and then the location of the data is different many times. It's there in on-premise, cloud, any other cloud, multiple cloud, hybrid cloud. It becomes quite difficult for customer to manage all of that data.
Yeah.
So that data fragmentation is a big challenge which customer highlight to us. Second challenge which they say is that if they have to do some analysis on this data, they have to bring this data, all of this data at one place. Then only they can do some analysis on that data. So that data movement and data duplication is a second challenge which customer highlight. Third, the delays because of that movement, moving from their original location to the new location, that creates delays. And by the time they do analysis on this, that data becomes irrelevant, that information becomes irrelevant. Many times we have seen that in the board meetings, whenever we have been part of those meetings, CEO himself or managing director himself mentions that we have a lot of resources working on data. There are data engineers, data analytics, huge team working on it.
Yeah.
But whenever they bring data to me, on the look of it, I can tell that this data is not correct. So there are a lot of challenges which companies
Yeah,
come up
yeah.
with. So the best part is that what we have done at Oracle, there is no just one solution what we give to customer, but we meet customer where they are in their cloud journey or in their data journey. So there are three different approaches what we give to a customer. If our customers are more comfortable with open source technology, we have a solution and then we provide them a solution around that, around data platform. If the customer wants to keep the data where it is and they don't want to move the data, we have a very big query engine and we run analysis on that. And if the data resides in databases and customer don't want to move data from there, we have a third approach towards it. So we catch customer where they are so that they don't have to change everything to get insight from that data. So that's really important that you get best insight from your data so that you can not just look backward what has happened to the business and some analysis around that, but you can actually look forward as well. Some of this insight which you can take from this data and make better informed decision for the
Yeah,
business.
basically make more, get more actionable insights from it and derive better outcomes from the whole data.
Right.
All right, just one last question, sir. What are the key trends that you see in this space? Like two key trends.
Important trend, what we are seeing that cloud is actually growing in a big way. And one trend which we see that I don't think the next generation is going to see the on-premise world anymore. And they're going to say that why this world, if existed, why does it exist?
Yeah.
Because that's the big change we are seeing. Because companies want to focus more on their business. They want to get away with this undifferentiated task. I remember one customer of ours, actually, they called us for a frequent failure which were happening in one of their plants. And then we suggested some solution to them. And then we stepped back and realized that this problem is not just limited to that plant, it's actually across all their plants. And then we did an architecture review of that organization. We realized that there were challenges in the centralized environment as well. So we suggested a solution to them, and customers said that, why don't you walk the talk? Why don't you own it for me end to end on an SLA basis? And we said, okay, why not? We'll give it a shot. And from a time where the customer was facing frequent downtimes on a weekly basis, we switched to an environment where there is actually no downtime in a year at all. So that's a big change we're seeing, so that customer can focus more on their business and leave all of these unappreciated tasks on partners like us who can manage it effectively for them. We have been doing it globally and India for many customers. So we know the best practices being followed. We try and incorporate all of these best practices here. In fact, there were times when cloud was launched and customers were reluctant to move to cloud because they felt that the cloud environment is not as secure. But now we are seeing the SMB customers, the startups, they are moving to cloud because of the agility, the scalability, what they get. Plus also they feel that that environment is much more secure. Because we follow best of the best practices in security. So that's one definite change we have seen in the industry. And the other part is AI. AI, as I told you, is a big buzzword now. So I think every organization is doing something around AI. And as I told you that we have done investment in all our application space there. What we have done, in fact, second, we are providing the services which are generative AI services which our customers can leverage. These are pre-built models which are available to our customers. All of this, what we are trying to do, in fact, as I told you that we are trying to bring AI closer to the data so that customer can take good advantage of that. So that's the two trend we are seeing as we move forward in this.
All right, and this answer actually kind of serves or rests the whole debate of build versus buy as well for companies, right? On that note, thank you so much for joining this conversation. And to our viewers, stay tuned for more such videos only on ET Studios Tech 360 in association with ETCIO.